Alright guys, I'm going to show you a really cool little mod that works pretty well actually. So I was out on the trail last weekend. I blew my my pressure line here, power steering pressure line. Put a new line in there. This is on it's a 92 XJ. It's mostly just a trail rig. I daily it a little bit, but it's mostly a trail rig. The problem that I was having is with the 33s that I have on there, and lower RPMs, crawling, rocks, that kind of stuff, I was having to rev the engine up to get power steering enough effort in there to help me. It was really hard to steer at idle, and I read a bunch of articles about how there's this mod that you can do. And I'll show you kind of what you do here. So where this line right here goes into the pump, right below that, if you take this line off right here, right below that, this fitting right here, take this line off, get it out of the way. This is a, let me see, let's say it's a 7/8. Yeah, that's a 7/8 fitting. Take that out. It's gonna be hard. Mine was really in there. But take that out, and from what I was reading, they were saying there's a spring in there and all this stuff. Mine didn't have that. Maybe that's on the newer stuff. Like I said, this is a 92. Maybe that's on more of the modern pumps. I don't know. So I did half of basically what the procedure is, and it worked really well. So take this out. Take this fitting out here. It just screws out. Get it out. Put it in a vise. Take a 3/16 drill bit. It's just a little bit bigger than the hole that's in there. But take a 3/16 drill bit. Drill it all the way through. Put a 3/16 hole in it. Clean it up real good. Obviously, you don't want any shavings or anything in your power steering. But clean it up real good. Put it back in there. There's an O-ring around this that seals it on the inside. So just be aware of that. Make sure that's clean. I put a little lube on there and when I screwed it back in. Get it nice and tight. Put your line back in. And I'm going to tell you what. Just doing that. Like I said, there's a second part to where you modify a spring and a spacer and all that. Which, like I said, mine didn't have that in there. So I don't know. But just doing that made a hell of a difference. This thing's really loud. It's got a manifold leak, so you might not be able to hear. But basically, before I was having to two-hand this thing to turn at idle, like putting a lot of effort into it. Now I can just one finger. I mean, super easy. I mean, it works really well. Just that little bit of extra diameter in that restriction opens that up a lot. And like I said, it doesn't seem like it would be much, but in my case, it made a huge difference. This thing, I was looking to upgrade pumps and all this stuff. Now I don't have to do that. It worked that well. So, like I said, there were some articles and some stuff, forums, that kind of thing, that had write-ups about it. I was looking on YouTube. I didn't really see anything, so I figured I'd make this video and maybe help somebody out that is looking to do a cheap, free, really, not even cheap, free upgrade to their existing pump. So I hope that can maybe help somebody, and maybe leave me a comment or something if it helps you. I'd be happy to hear that. So yeah, just leave me a comment or something.